Record. Welcome, everybody, again this evening. We are delighted to have an opportunity to share with all of you around the United States, Canada, Mexico, and some other countries around the western part of Europe and Eastern Europe, and in the Pacific Rim as well. We have an unbelievable opportunity on our hands, and we've had it here. The company has existed for 14 years. But more importantly, specifically this time right now, absolutely right now, because we're fortunate to have with us on the line the owner, the co-founder of Isagenix, Miss Kathy Coover. You're going to hear from her in a second. But before we go there, I want to briefly tell you about who we are. My name is Herb&Patty. This is my beautiful wife, Patty Cepeda. We were exposed to the direct sales industry 1988, so it makes it about 28 years ago. And got real excited in our mid-20s. We saw examples of people who really were living some fairy tale lifestyles, and we bought into it. We loved the concept of word of mouth. It just made complete, absolute sense. And this was 28 years ago, so they didn't have the internet, they didn't have social media, they didn't have all the ways that information could be spread today. But we still understood that when people like something, they tell people about it. And we started to engage in the industry only to be let down. We were let down in a dramatic way to the point of bankruptcy. We put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in helping a company grow, only to, really have our hearts torn out, realizing that it wasn't what it was proposed to be. And so from there, Patty and I went on a campaign about 17 years, actually, analyzing different direct sales companies, putting them up against a set of criteria to see if they scored a perfect 10 in all those criteria. And I'll tell you, after looking at thousands of companies, very few of them, if any, came remotely close. I tell you that story because 9 years ago, a gentleman out of Chicago introduced us to Isagenix. And he asked us to do that analytical process on the company. And we looked at those 5 categories: the company, the product line, the compensation plan, the training and support, and the timing. And we were floored by what we found. We found what we believe to be the next multi-billion-dollar legacy direct sales company. And you know what? We jumped in with both feet, and we haven't looked back, and it was the best decision we ever made. Literally thousands of people's lives have been changed because we've taken the steps and the measures to actually engage in the process of consuming the product and using them ourselves. So with that, you want to contribute to that at all?
Yeah, well, I'd like to say too is that, being such a stickler that I am about nutrition and product, I mean, obviously, I was looking at the entire package. I was looking at the company itself, the owners, and it's very important that they do have industry background. We're going to introduce Kathy, who you can see on the line with us tonight, who has industry background. Her husband has brought a company to $1 billion back in the early 80s in a very short time frame. Kathy's been at the top of 3 of these types of companies out here in the field. And these are very important points. I won't elaborate on those points, but one day I will, and you'll hear why they're so important, because it really does matter. But I just want to say, being a stickler on the product, I was scrutinizing all of these points and the products themselves, only to find that this company has the highest quality, most absorbable program nutrition-wise on the face of the planet. I know that sounds biased when I say that, but I challenge people to do their own homework. And if you can find something better, I'll stop saying it, especially coupled with the very necessary element of cellular cleansing, which is not a bowel movement type thing. But you know why I share this is because people are dropping 5 to 20 pounds of fat very fast on this program, maintaining and building lean tissue. And so the products are not only consumable, which is a must, they're very unique. You can't find this anywhere else. And then, of course, they're emotional. People are having emotional responses on these products where people look different within days. They feel different within days, and they cannot seem to be quiet about that. It's like and we tell you, and I wanted to say that just as because, we have people on the call, and for the sake of time, we're going to do our best to cover both areas here. People are on to hear about a way to hit a financial home run, or maybe even supplement their income by a few extra $100 or a few extra $1,000 a month or a week even. But then there's people on that just want to hear about a way to get healthy. They want to feel better, have better energy, have better mental clarity, maybe sleep better, maybe lose the body fat and maintain lean tissue. We work with a lot of athletes, so we have a whole array of different things. But I want you to know that we'll do our best to cover both areas. And, you know, you may still have questions. So we'll just encourage you in the very top of the call, get back in touch with whomever invited you to this to get your questions answered. But we don't want to take any more time.
No, we don't. We want you to hear from the company owner and founder, Miss Kathy Coover. So Kathy, there's a lot of people who've been asking us, what is Kathy's background? So Kathy, can you tell us your background and why you started this company?
I'd love to. I've been Herbie and Patty. Thank you for hosting the call and welcome everyone to the call. I'm excited to see you tonight, be on the call and share our passion for this amazing company. But I was a health professional for 18 years and loved my professional, but just burned out, just couldn't do it anymore. I was looking for a way out and joined network marketing in 1992 and fell in love with the profession and fell in love with helping people. And I built 3 separate companies to massive success, but I had been let down by these companies. I've been let down by corporate greed, usually corporate stupidity or insufficient capital. And so Jim and I were burned out, sick and tired of being let down. So we decided we were going to do it right. We were going to create a company that was all about the people, a company that would be there for you, be there for your kids, you know, that you could count on, that you didn't have to worry about, is your product coming, is your check coming? It was just going to be there. So, you know, it's been quite a ride, Herbie and Patty. As you know, you've been involved with this for a while, and we are just getting started. I mean, our numbers are incredible. We had 40% growth from 2012 to 2015. You know, in 2012, I have to get the numbers that we did 335, 2013, 448. 2014, 725, and last year, 892 million. And so we are up this year, growing. We're not growing quite as fast, but that's a good thing because sometimes you have to get the infrastructure ready. You have to get ready because we are, like Herb and Patty saying, going to multi-billions. We brought in a great team that have run multi-billion-dollar companies that are going to take us to the next level. So this is a great time to get involved. We have all the training. We have everything for you, and we're committed to your success. This is something you can count on, and you could be proud to be a part of it. You're proud to bring your children into our meetings. You're proud to say I'm a part of Isagenix, and because we change so many people's lives, and that's what it's about. That's what get these 2 couples, you know, they don't have to work another day in their life, but they're still doing Isagenix because they want to change people's lives.
Yeah, that's the truth. We love what we're doing. We love it. We're proud to be affiliated with such a classy company. We thank you guys so much for what you're doing and what you've done. My next question is really, and I kind of alluded to the products because that's something that really fires me up, but it's known for its products. People do know, and anybody that's ever heard of Isagenix knows that we have a great line of products. But what's amazing, I have to tell you that so many people don't know about us, but why don't you go ahead and comment on the products, Kath?
Well, you know, we could talk here for hours, but, you know, I can tell you that Isagenix is a solution-based company. And so everybody wants something different. So we have really cracked the code here. We have solutions for weight loss. We have the #1 weight loss program out there that's scientifically tested. We have the Varde study, which I'm so proud to say we did that because it shows that people lose over 47% of the visceral fat. That's the bad fat. They build muscle. And as Patty said, that's a key. That's a key to long-term weight loss is building your engine, building your muscle. You see people go on weight loss programs, they lose their muscle. They look awful. You look at our people, they look good. They look hot. They look like, you know, they look phenomenal. So that's what you want. And then we have solutions for energy. Everybody's looking for more energy. So a lot of people start with the cleanse, and they transition to the energy line or the performance line where we have world-class athletes coming in, plus the weekend warriors. I use our performance line for more performance, for building more lean muscle mass, for that competitive edge. And then we have our healthy aging line we have the biggest breakthrough in telomere science. We really do. It's really a stellar product. We have so many products in healthy aging, brain support, sleep support, joint support. I mean, the list goes on and on. Plus our healthy snacking, Our bars are one of our biggest categories, and our bars are delicious. And they're a great meal replacement. And we even have a new non-dairy line, our plant-based products, which is the rage right now. Plant-based products are the new bars, the shakes, everything. So we have so many things for you to, really for you to buy from this great store. You're buying products wholesale, and it's delivered to your doorstep. You don't have to go out in the traffic. You just can say, "Oh, my product's coming," and our shake is our number one seller. So that is just the foundation of everything. So I could go on and on, but they all come with 100% money back guarantee. I encourage you to go to isaproduct.com. Look at the ingredient list. There's no artificial coloring, sweeteners, sucralose. It's clean. It's close to nature, and you crave it because it's good for you.
Yeah.
Success can be measured in many different ways. So this following question is going to be, you can go in many different directions answering it, and you've already alluded to it, but what kind of success have you experienced from a corporate level with the products and the business?
Oh my gosh. Well, how's Isagenix done with the business, you mean?
Yeah, with the business and total product sales and things like that for the new people who are not familiar with it.
Oh yeah, well, actually last year, like I said, we did 892 million, and we're up 10% in the U.S. this year. So we're very excited about that. Like I said our shake is our number one seller in Isagenix. So it's amazing what's happened to us, and we have a great training and support system to teach people about the products, to teach people about the compensation plan, which is the number one compensation plan out there. So our success is we're ranked number 22 globally. 22, and most of the big boys in the top 20 have been around 40-50 years. We've only been around 14 years. We're going to blow all of them past. We're going to be number one. I mean, it's just like you guys are number one. We're going to be number one. We're not stopping because we want to impact a lot of people's lives, and really it's not about the money. It's about the lives that we change. I mean, that's what gets me up. That's what brings tears to my eyes, is the lives that we're changing.
It's interesting because most people don't understand some of the things that you've said from the stage, Kathy. For example, how many companies have hit $300 million a year, and how many companies have surpassed 10 years in business? Can you kind of elaborate on those facts?
Yes. I mean, we have, which really is amazing. There's only 6 companies that have done over 500 million and still continue to grow in their domestic market. That's all, and Isagenix is one of them. It's incredible. So we're a sustainable company. I mean, we're built to last. It's a legacy company. It's not. We didn't start this company to sell it. We started to pass it on to Eric, and to you could pass it on to your kids. I know your kids will all be involved in Isagenix. So we have so much to be proud about. We truly do.
We're excited about that because of that. A lot of people say that companies grow and they look to go public and all this type of thing. And can you comment on that? I just want people to hear it from your mouth. And then what I love when you say. So just the fact that there's so many of us out here in the field that are making great money, that have replaced their incomes, are able to stay home with kids. And this is something that's true, near and dear to my heart. Just seeing families being able to be run like families instead of, what drove me in the very beginning, is the fact that Herb, as a New York State trooper, was going his direction. I was getting a master's degree in special education. I was going my direction, and our career path choices were actually pulling us in completely opposite directions. And this type of thing just reunites. I mean, the biggest stressor for me now, I always said, is I don't want to miss anything that my kids are involved in. If there's a game at the same time and 2 kids are playing at the same time, that's my biggest stressor. But what's exciting is he's able to be there too. So if you can comment on that, that we're creating a lot of income, and just really, the compensation plan is tremendous. So
well, before I go into the compensation plan, I just want to make a statement that, all results will vary. There's no guarantee that you're going to be a Herb and Patty Cepeda. They have worked really, really hard, and we do have an income disclaimer statement on our website. But that being said, the possibility is there. The possibility is there for each and every one of you. If you are sick and tired of what you're doing, and you want to live the life of your dreams and want to build an asset from your home that can keep going and growing and growing, that could be there for your kids, you need to look at the direct selling industry. And Isagenix is the best because we have consumable, emotional products, like Patty said, that people can't shut up about. And that's the key. Plus, we have a compensation plan. It is the most amazing compensation plan. We have the strongest back-end residual income. And so maybe you're new to direct selling, maybe you're new to this profession. So what is a network marketing business? It's really about building a network of people that buy and consume the products. They build, and it spreads and it spreads, and they want what Patty has, they want what Herb has, they want what Jessica has, they want what Sarah has. They all want it, and they just buy and consume, and you're building this huge asset that's your asset that keeps growing and growing and growing. And that is your long-term residual income. But that does take time to build. It does take time. So what we did that's brilliant is we've added, over, I think it's between 30 and 40 million in promotional money to our plan, so we can show you how to get your product paid for. Tonight, we can show you how to get your product paid for before your credit card bill comes. It's real simple. Then we step people up with the rank advancement bonus, and they start making money. The next step, manager. The next step, director. And we give them all these great bonuses while they're building this back end. It is phenomenal. And, my personal goal is to create more 6- and 7-figure earners than any other company. And we're doing it. I mean, it's staggering. It's staggering. I had them pull the numbers on, what gets me really excited too, Patty, is the people making $500 a month that they can pay their car payment, they can help pay their house payment, helps prevent them from, having financial problems. We have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people making $500. No other company can say that. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of people making $1,000 a month. So that is living proof. And then the 6-figure earners, we have all those. We have people making 7 figures. We have people making 7 figures. And there's not too many companies out there that can say that. We are doing it because we have the best product in the world, the best compensation plan, and the best leadership. The people on the ground are people like you looking at Herb and Patty that want to make a difference. We have it all. So Isagenix is the company. It is the one that you want to be with. I know someday everybody will be an Isagenix.
You kind of wish there was a pill that you can give people that they can drink with a glass of water to know everything. Because I'm listening to you intently as if I was a new person. And what they don't understand is that you and your husband have 30, 40 years of background in the industry. We have a good 28 years of background in the industry. We understand compensation plans. We know what stair-step breakaway compensation plans do. Unilevels, coded bonuses, matrix compensation plans. Patty and I coined a term. It's called generational restrictive compensation plans, where they restrict you on generations and levels and they stop paying you. They say that you can start the word of mouth and they'll track it globally, but what they fail to tell you is they cut it off after certain levels of qualification. That's one of the most unique things about this compensation plan that you and Jim put together, was that there are no levels and generations. It doesn't matter if a person surfaces 2 people removed from you or 200,000. You capture in either your left or your right leg. And here's the neat thing about it. It doesn't go away at the end of the month. Yeah. It stays there.
That's huge. And for those that might have a knowledge about this type of a compensation plan where there's 2 teams, binary, what happens is that they even offer you a reentry position above all the previous volume. And that might be a little deep for some, but I know we have some experts on the line as well that know what I just said, and that's powerful information.
Kathy, I get so excited when I talk about this stuff because I believe that if people just take the time to do their due diligence to investigate what we're talking about, especially people who have networking background. I mean, they've been around the block. They've been with these companies only to be let down. And yet there are examples of people who make a lot of money in some companies, but it's usually at the expense of everyone who doesn't make anything. And like you said, we have thousands and thousands of people doing this. I mean, $500 a month, what's that equate to? 2.5 cycles a week? 2.5 cycles a week.
I forget the study that I read that, that would save most marriages. And when you were saying thousands and thousands, I was also thinking we have thousands and thousands. We have so many people that have I don't even coin us as a weight loss program. It's like a side benefit to a health program, but we have how many thousands of people that have lost over 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds. People have tried everything and nothing works, and this works. When people spend $186 million a day on weight loss programs that don't work, we have a program that's not really a weight loss program, but the side benefit is people are dropping fat, as you said, and as I said, but they're maintaining lean tissue, which is increasing their metabolism.
In 9 years, I've always found when you get fired up, Kathy starts to talk like that, then she gets fired up. My blood starts.
I'm always fired up about it.
So let me stay on track. How do people learn how to take the products and how to build it, and how do they learn how to build a business?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. We have systems for people to plug into, and you don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel. We have our, for introducing new customers, we have isamovie.com that you can show people the movies, and we're updating all those right now. You should see what's going on at the office. We're updating all those. We have isaproduct.com, give you everything you ever want to know about the product. With isagenixhealth.net, that will give you the research. We have Isagenix Business that shows you step by step how to build this, plus the events. Then people go to the events and they build more belief and they learn the skills. We have Isagenix University. You have your universities right in your backyard. We have our University in Action. We have so many things for people to plug into. So we train you. We train you. I'm adamant, and I'm always adamant with our team that we have to teach people the fundamental skills of how to build this business. Before, like when we started building Herbie and Patty, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have the internet. How did we do it? We did our voice and demand. Now it's gone the speed of light, the things that people have. So, technology has changed everything. So, we have everything for you to plug into. You just need to, jump in and try the products, and they all come with 100% money back guarantee, and they're delicious and they taste good. Oh my gosh, they taste so good.
They're delicious, and kids don't lie. We have 5 kids. When we started, our youngest was 2 or 3 years old, so they've been using it. The blender goes off here every day. I don't know, countless times. Now all their friends are here, and it's just a free-for-all. But can you comment on the timing and the positioning of Isagenix?
My favorite thing to talk about, by the way.
I know. Well, what I can tell you is this is the best time to join Isagenix because, number one, we're proven. There's no question about if our products work. There's no question if our compensation plan works. There's no question that we have the best training in this profession. All you need to do is you need to plug in. These people have paved the way for you. They've laid the grass out for you just to follow that yellow brick road. It's so simple. And we're going, like Herbie says and Patty said, they do it better than anybody. We're going from small to big. We're going to a multi-billion-dollar company. We are expanding into new countries, and I'm very excited. We're working round the clock on that. It's going to be one of the biggest launches we've ever had. So, there's so many opportunities in the U.S. We haven't even scratched the surface in the U.S. I mean, that's our biggest market, and we're still growing. So, if you're looking tonight, I bet your neighbor doesn't know about it. I bet you nobody knows about it around you. 82% of our people are consumers or customers. So if you're looking for, a great product, you probably need to start with the products and then step yourself in with the business because you have to believe in the products. But it's like finding real estate 40 years ago. It truly is. I mean, it's like my first house I bought on 5 acres in Carmel Valley, California, $50,000. And now I don't even know what that house is worth. If I'd only known that if I had invested like in 5 properties, what they'd be worth now. It's just like you're finding gold. You're finding gold right now. And you want to be on that growth curve like this when we just go up and you just want to get on the ladder, dig your heels in, and really, really go for it and impact people's life. And stop helping other people achieve their dreams and achieve your dreams. You start dreaming. I mean, most people have stopped dreaming. They work in a box and a cubicle. They go to work and they go home. They have no light at the end of the tunnel. This is your light at the end of the tunnel. This is your chance to be with a multi-billion-dollar company and impact people's lives. And it's not work. It's fun. This is the most fun you'll ever have in your life. And I tell you, that's what's important. It's important that we have, our goals are simple, to have the healthiest people on the planet, pay out the most in compensation plan. We want you to make a lot of money and to have a lot of fun together.
It is true. It is true, Kath. I mean, it's like a big family reunion when we get together with you at the events, or we have our own events. Like we have one coming up here in Charlotte in November 10th, 11th, 12th. But it's almost like a UFO comes down, lands, and the prettiest, most healthiest people get out of it. Seriously, it doesn't matter if there's 800 or 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever number of people. You never hear people sneezing. You don't hear people coughing. Like everybody looks healthy and is healthy because and I always have to point out, just because the FDA says the only thing they can claim to cure or heal anything must be labeled a drug. We're not a drug. We're not making any claims. We're not making, claiming to cure or heal anything. And the miracle isn't Isagenix. The miracle is our bodies. What Isagenix is doing is just putting our bodies into the proper environment for them to become the miracle that they are.
And what's interesting, you just spoke about global expansion, and as the company targets their future expansion throughout South America, Latin America, the rest of the Pacific Rim, I know Europe has a big target on it right now, and there are a lot of people that are tuning into this and that will tune into this, that have contacts in Europe, and some that actually are online right now that live there. So can you speak about what's going to happen in Europe the first quarter of 2017?
Yeah, well, we're very excited about it. I mean, we have brought in a great team that has done it before, that have a lot of integrity. We're locating our office in London, and we'll be expanding to a lot of different countries in Europe, but we'll gradually be doing it. We're not going to do it all at once. We're going to build our stronghold in the UK, then we'll be expanding to the Scandinavian countries, and then also into Germany. So we'll be starting with our 30-day system, probably the ISIT Delights and some e-shots. We'll start with, and then when Jim and I go over there in May, we'll be expanding some of our other products. So all those products registrations are just about through. It's very, very exciting. So I know people are lining up. They can't wait, but don't jump the gun. Just really don't.
That's so. Oh no, we won't.
No, I know, but it's just you can start talking about it and things like that, but I'm telling you, it will be one of the biggest launches we have ever had in our life. We are just thrilled that we have a whole team working round the clock, day and night, or everybody on this launch. So
it's amazing, Kath. And with the internet, it's like, I see people are friending me from, those countries all the time. It's like we've oftentimes said, hey, you know what, you can build locally, but think globally, but you can't even control it. Like people know people who know people. And what we were saying before, and Kath, you alluded to it, is that it's very similar, this type of thing, to like a Costco or a Sam's Club or BJ's, a club fee. But when you do that so that you can buy a wholesale, instead of going to a brick and mortar, here our store is online. So it's an online store. You're able to buy at the wholesale, and the company's tracking the word of mouth, which we can't be quiet about. And of course, it doesn't matter if it goes into different countries. You're still paid in your currency of your country that you live in. Thank you so much. Herbie and I really appreciate all that you do for all of us out here.
And we really understand the timing. I know a lot of people don't get it. It's hard to even believe that it can get any more exciting than it's been over the last 14 years. But we believe that the best is yet to come. We believe that it's going to really, really take on a whole different life, so to speak, in the next 36 months to 48 months. Yeah. I think the biggest growth in a company we're going to see in a 48-month time frame is going to be the next 48 months. Will it happen? Look, nobody has a crystal ball. Do we believe it's going to happen? Yes, we do. And that's why we still continue to be engaged with the process. We encourage all of you who are viewing here this evening, if you're not on the product, set up an account and get the products. You have nothing to lose. You really don't. You've got nothing to lose. They taste great. They have all of the good and none of the bad in them. So you can't get anything better. And if you share them with people, you can get your product paid for. And if you continue to plug into presentations like this, overviews, gatherings, and things of that nature, who knows what can happen. You can replace your income, and you could possibly hit a financial home run. Kathy, Patty and I want to thank you.
Thank you.
We love all that you have done and continue to do. The servant heart you do it with. doing it for so many people. We know you have another call after this one, so we're not going to take up too much of your time.
But well, hold on. Do you have any last minute comments that maybe you would like to share before you go?
Well, I would just say that, this could be the chance of your lifetime. Start dreaming again. I think back, if I had not said yes to this profession, I would still be cleaning teeth. I had the courage. I had the courage to say, yes, I'm going to do this. I believe in myself and I'm going to go for it. I wished I'd had Isagenix when I started, but we've created a great home for you that you don't have to worry about. So I would say, go for it. Live your dreams. Align with Herb and Patty. They're going to help you build your dreams and, build this financial wall around your family that won't come down and impact people's lives. And you'll have so much purpose and passion and meaning in your life that you may not have ever had before. This fulfills so many needs for people. So this is a great time to get involved. So I encourage you to get back to the person who put you on this call and say, yes, I'm going to try the products, and yes, I want to do Isagenix.
Well, we love you. We'll continue to pray for you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
I wish you'd go on the cruise with us.
Next year.
Maybe I'll get some sleep this time.
Without us there.
You feel good knowing that some of us are left behind still working.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why we're coming back a few days early, just because.
Company's in good hands. We got it. We got you covered. We got your back.
Okay. All right. You have a great night. Thank you for hosting the call. Appreciate you both. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
We'll have this posted. There's a lot of information. I'm excited. Bye, everybody. Thousands of companies, very few, if any, came remotely close.